It's a great night for soccer. Bulldogs and the Schlagle Stallions right here on the KCK Public School Sports Network. And welcome to F.L.Schlagle High School, F.L.Schlagle Stadium here in the KCK Public School Sports Network. I'm Chuck Holmes. I'm here with Sean Hipsch. How you doing, partner?
Doing great.
First time this year you and I have been together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're in for an outstanding soccer game tonight as the F.L.Schlagle Stallions will take on the Wyandotte Bulldogs here at their home stadium. Wyandotte comes in with a record of 2-4-1 after having just tied with Harmon last Thursday night. And Schlagle will come in with a record of 2-1-2. Also, they're 1-0 in district play as Wyandotte is 2-1 in district play. They defeated Washington their last time out.
I believe it's a pretty evenly matched contest tonight.
Yeah, we're looking for a great contest tonight. The weather's a little iffy. We got a storm coming in, so hopefully we'll be able to get this in without a problem. We're starting a few minutes early, hoping to get it in, so we should play. And I talked to one of the athletic directors here, and they said as long as it's raining, we're good. If it's no lightning, if it starts to lightning, then we're going to have to take a hike and get out of here for a minute or two until it dies down. But until that time, we're going to catch some good soccer.
I like it. It's good football.
I know. Our last time out, Wyandotte, with the last broadcast that we had with Wyandotte, they went to overtime, double overtime against Washington, ended up winning 3-2. So that was an outstanding opportunity. Yeah, it was the first game of the season. So we saw a few breakdowns here and there. But, right. Exactly. Well, both of these teams now, they're well on their way. This is number 7 for Wyandotte, and it's number 5 for Schlagle. They should be in their strides right now. So we're looking for an exciting matchup here, and we're just hoping that both teams will put a show on it for us. You see Wyandotte here on the field as they huddle up, getting ready to start. Schlagle taking the field after huddling up with their head coach, Coach Hassan Mohammed. Wyandotte is coached by Peter Martinez. Both teams looking to get off to a hot start.
See how they come out. If there's a high press or if there's going to be a little bit more just feeling each other out.
Well, if the varsity game is anything like the JV game, there's a lot of action going up and down the field for both teams. So we're underway here. Wyandotte kicks it off. Schlagle takes it. Knocks it down into the Wyandotte half of the pitch.
Looks like they're coming out in a 4-3-3, which is good. Obviously, that's good for wing play. I like to spread the field out if they use that formation. So we'll see how that works out. It seems to me like Wyandotte's doing a little bit of a press, too.
Schlagle putting a lot of pressure on the ball right off the bat as we see them hustle. Nice tackle as Schlagle's able to take it away, but taken away again by Wyandotte. And here come the Dogs on the attack.
Ooh, outside of the boot, that was a good try. Even though it didn't come off the first time, if they can get their rhythm down, that's going to be a very, very potent attack option right there.
The pass was intended for number 13, Alex Aguilian. Alex is the sophomore. Both these teams are young. They both have a lot of sophomores and juniors.
That's okay. You know, young legs are good. Lots of energy, but obviously room for improvement and obviously develop. But that's what these teams are all about, is development. So.
Yep, Schlagle even has a freshman in goal. Axel Velasquez is in goal, wearing number 1, young freshman.
He looks pretty big for a freshman, so.
Here comes Wyandotte on the attack. Pass across the middle, intercepted by Schlagle and cleared.
See, look, the sun's coming out. They must have known a soccer game was happening.
Okay, Schlagle looking to get something going. Wyandotte's playing a good Tough defense.
Yeah, they're really not giving Schlagle much. They're trying to press.
Here's a breakaway.
Ooh.
And he's going to be intercepted in the box. The referee's going to call
That was
a penalty.
Contact in the box for sure. No ball. So that meant definitely was a penalty.
That's going to be a good shot for Patrick Mussour, number 18, for the Dogs, as he tries to put them on the board early, but
yeah, they're going to give it to number 9. That's their forward.
Brian Estrada's going to take the shot.
Yeah. In the soccer positions, number 9 is the classic center forward. That's who you'd expect to take the goal, because obviously he's going to be one of the best strikers. But
freshman dancing around in the goal, trying to distract him a little bit. Velasquez unable to stop it, so the Dogs take the early lead as Brian Estrada is able to find the back of the net at 37:25 of the first period.
Yeah, a little bit of a stutter step and a delay, trying to get the goalie to decide and make a decision. It's actually one of the hardest skills in all of sports to stop a penalty kick. It's harder than hitting a major league fastball, actually, because if you don't make the decision before the ball is kicked, you will miss every time.
I think Velasquez, he had the right idea. He was leaning that direction, but there was so much power on the ball, he really didn't have much of a chance.
That's correct. The pressure is on the scorer, not on the goalie when it comes to penalty kicks.
Well, Schlagle will now get it trailing 1-0. Here at their home. This is my first time at this facility. This is a beautiful facility.
I agree. I've never been to this one either, and I really like the way that the pitch is laid out. Obviously, it's multi-purpose, but it's definitely looks well maintained and fresh.
Yes, it is. It is really, really beautiful facility. They've worked hard here. The KCK has worked hard for years. Schlagle didn't have their own stadium. They had to play at Washington High School, and this is the jewel of the district right here, right now. This
Looks
is
like
beautiful.
It's built to last.
It
which
is
most important.
It's beautiful. And Schlagle now, they will take the kick as they try to go on the offense, trying to even the score. Pressure defense by the Dogs. It's taken away. Here comes Wyandotte again on the attack. This time it was intercepted and kicked out by the Stallions.
It looks like Schlagle's doing a 3-5-1, trying to clog the midfield and create a little bit of a mismatch with the man-on-man. We'll see if it works. They may need to make an adjustment. The 4-3-3 actually kind of hits the holes in between the 3-5-1, so it just depends on how it's utilized. We'll see how they develop.
A foul on Wyandotte as Emmanuel Renteria makes a little bit too much contact for the referee's liking. Ball's traveling deep into the Wyandotte's area, but able to get it, but kicks it out. So Stallions would have a throw in.
Nice clearance.
Once again, another throw in for the Stallions from the far side. This one's taken away by Wyandotte.
Yeah, that 4-3-3, they're trying to stretch Schlagle. You can see it. They're working down the wings. Obviously, if it isn't broke, they shouldn't fix it. They need to keep attacking until the other team makes the adjustment.
This could be a throw in for Schlagle. Again, good pressure by the Stallions. He's being hounded all the way out to midfield. And there's a pass in and intercepted by the Stallions. And it's going to be Wyandotte throw in. I'm like you, Sean. I hope the weather holds off a little bit. The sun did come out. You can see rain way off in the distance. Hopefully it won't come this direction.
Yeah, I think it might just miss us. Let's keep optimistic about it.
Yeah. And here come the Stallions on the attack, kicked out by Wyandotte. Good defense.
That was a really good idea. Even though they didn't connect again, it's just about getting that rhythm. If you can connect with that final player, there's definitely going to be a couple of chances at least for a shot on goal.
Wyandotte has their senior goalkeeper, John Alejo there. He wears number 12 in the green.
Which is the complete opposite of a freshman. You would definitely want to have as much experience between the sticks as possible.
Absolutely.
But if you're going to go with the freshman, you're going to have experience by the time he's a senior. So
absolutely, he's going to have some experience, and it's going to be kicked out by Schlagle. It's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte. Good pressure by the Dogs as they were pushing it up the pitch.
I'm seeing good counterattacking from Wyandotte. They're taking it to Schlagle in dangerous positions and with different amounts of players to theirs. You want to get the players that are in the defense to try to make a bad decision where there's room for a ball to go through in a gap, and you're kind of seeing that right now. So.
Yeah, another. Wyandotte. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, I think it's a spot kick. So
okay.
Yeah, so it was right on the edge, which most of the time it would have been a throw-in.
And there's a line shot, just missed going wide as Wyandotte was on the attack again from about 30 yards out. That was Miguel Guillen.
Got to ask the questions of the goalkeeper.
Actually, that was Hakeem Fernandez, number 16, from up here. Looks like number 3.
Absolutely. I'm tired too.
Looks like our first sub coming in is Cam Mutaharzara is taking a break, being replaced by number 20, Moses Hazika. Switching out midfielders, trying to keep some fresh legs in there to keep that attack going, as you were describing.
Yeah, it's all about keeping that pace up. And if there are tactical switches, that's one way to go about it. But also keeping legs fresh is important. They'll come into handy later in the match.
Okay, Schlagle able to control, and here they come on the attack now. There's a pass down the sideline. Schlagle able to control it. Shot across the middle, cleared out by the Dogs.
Way to settle the ball, take it back outside.
Good footwork.
Yeah, it's a good technique. There you go.
Darwin Gonzalez out there showing his skills, the senior. Actually, Darwin's a junior as well, so he's going to be around for another year too. So good footwork.
Good continuity. You want to have those, the philosophy of the coach maintained throughout the course of every season, and then you develop year to year. It helps when the juniors become seniors, and then they become the more leaders and pass it down to the next group of freshmen and sophomores that are coming through.
There's a coach, you like the term, I like to reload.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not necessarily rebuild, I just want to reload.
Yeah, it's the next up, right? That's what you really want.
Next man up. And we got a foul against Wyandotte.
A little bit of contact there.
Yeah, Brian Estrada, a little bit too aggressive for the referee's taste. So Wyandotte will have it. Oh, shot.
There's a good clearance. Let's see.
Again, that's how you flip the pitch.
Yep. It's a fast break almost. Yeah. They call that the long ball, and obviously it can work if there's a pace difference.
Yeah, cleared out by Schlagle. And almost stolen away. Schlagle hustling all across the field.
You can see the difference between Wyandotte using the ball to move instead of the man. If you chase the ball the entire time, the ball will always move faster than the man.
Absolutely.
And so by the end of the match, you will wear them down. It's almost like a bullfight. And so whoever you can tell who's controlling the pace by the control of the ball. So obviously Wyandotte's on the front foot right now.
So we're going to have a corner kick by the Dogs. Both teams started stacking towards the middle in front of the goalie.
That was for the near post. Got to the second defender, a good clearance. Let's see if they can counterattack.
And here comes Wyandotte trying to clear it, but getting pressure on the ball. It's number 17 for the Stallions.
Yeah, he's kind of isolated up there by himself. You can see a 3-on-1, it's going to be hard for him to get through. It's going to take a significant piece of skill for that to happen.
Alike with the pressure out there, number 17 for Schlagle. And both teams are hustling. I mean, you see these guys, and they run, what, 4 to 5 miles per game?
At
per
least.
match?
I mean, it depends on the position, but yes, there's a lot of cardio that goes into this. It's a mini marathon plus, jumping and kicking and everything. It really is something that has to be trained daily. You have to put down the miles in order to have the engine to do it.
Yes, indeed. Well, like we mentioned, this is game number 7 for Wyandotte and game number 5 for Schlagle. So both teams are in pretty good shape, especially after playing in the heat earlier this month.
Absolutely.
Some of the things. So it's the fall weather's starting to come in. It's starting to cool off a little bit more at night, and these players are getting into their elements.
Absolutely.
See Wyandotte on the attack again.
Yeah, they're keeping Schlagle on the back foot. They're pushing every single time they get the ball. They're pushing forward. And you just see them, they're taking fast set pieces, fast, free kicks.
Nice tackle there by Wyandotte. And Dogs able to maintain control despite the pressure. Doing the job kicking it in.
That was great placement to the center forward right there.
And another great tackle. And here comes Schlagle.
And see, now they're mismatched. They had a 3-on-2 right there. That would have been a very advantageous situation for Schlagle.
They were looking for the call, didn't get it. So now here comes Wyandotte on the attack. If they knock it out, so it'll be a throw in for Schlagle.
I like to see the players that get right back up. They're not even trying to argue or whine about it. They get up and they keep at it. That's a good attitude.
All right. Attention sports fans, we've got some exciting matchups coming your way on the KCK Public Schools Sports Network. After tonight's game, be sure to join us for the thrilling football action. On Friday, September 27th, Wyandotte takes on Sumner at the F.L.Schlagle Stadium right here. And don't miss our soccer coverage here again at F.L.Schlagle Stadium facilities with Harmon and Sumner on Thursday, the 26th. Mark your calendars and tune in to the KCK Public Schools Sports Network for all the action. Speaking of action, we got a lot of action here as Wyandotte currently leads 1-0 over the host Stallions from Schlagle. Stallions looking for the equalizer. They're putting pressure on Wyandotte, but Wyandotte once again with that collapsing defense, able to take it away. And now Wyandotte looking to push their advantage. A little bit of sloppy passing from Schlagle there. He had 1-on-3, and that's the guy he chose to pass to.
Yep. Sometimes you got to make a choice. If you hold the ball too much, you're going to get the challenge. You're going to get challenged for it. If you move the ball on, it may be a little bit easier for someone else to make a play. So you want to keep it going forward and not stall. It may not work out every time, but you have to ask the questions if you're going to get an answer. So.
We see Alejo able to pick it up, kick it out to midfield.
Yeah, that's great. Good hang time. It's just like a punter. You want to get as much hang time on it to get the players down the pitch.
Now, I see a lot of goalies hold the ball. They'll hold it, get the players time to clear the zone.
Yes.
And then they'll get a nice kick off. I mean, is there an advantage to doing that or not doing that?
Yes, because you don't want somebody to, for some reason, get a fast break on you on a bad punt. So a lot of the goalies, when they clear out, they just tell everybody to go on, move out, because I'm not going to kick until you do. Okay. And everybody starts moving down.
And is there a certain time frame they have to kick it in?
Sometimes it depends. I mean, yes, there is technically like 5 or 6 seconds. It just depends. If there are people still in the box, then the time doesn't start.
Indeed.
So it's just stalling out the game. If he keeps the game moving, the ref's not going to call it. The more you do it, the more chances the ref is going to call it, though. So.
Wyandotte trying to control it. Good pressure again from the Stallions. taken away by Wyandotte, kept in by the Stallions. And we're going to have a foul. It's going to be a throw-in for Schlagle on the near side here. Well, it's going to be not necessarily a throw-in, just a free kick.
No, it's a free kick, yeah. So you might see Schlagle, as you can see, they're lining up at least 3 or 4 on the outside of the box. He's going to try to whip it into that corner right there.
Just not able to get any pressure on him from his teammates.
And see here,
but here comes Schlagle. Here comes Wyandotte on the fast break.
Got a good corner, or got a good counterattack going. That was a great challenge.
Patrick Mansour run off the ball, taken away by Schlagle. Nice footwork there. The defender unable to make contact. Wyandotte continues to run down the side. Just over 24 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Wyandotte leads 1-0. An early goal by the Dogs.
Yeah, Larry Garcia, number 2, who had the one-on-one and actually stopped the ball. That was a very, very good piece of defensive skill.
Yeah, the Dogs maintain control as they put a lot of pressure on Schlagle at this end of the pitch.
Yeah, you definitely have Schlagle on the back foot.
If I'm not mistaken, Schlagle didn't have a shot on goal yet.
That's correct.
Wyandotte only has 2 or 3 themselves, so good defense by both teams.
Absolutely.
The earlier score came on a penalty kick, basically, with Brian Estrada. He was able to score to give the Dogs the lead 1-0.
Contact in the box can happen. It's an accident sometimes. It's not intentional. That's why no card was issued, but it is contact in the box without challenging for the ball, so it was a clear penalty.
And we got a collision here. The referee says keep playing, no harm, no foul. Then we got a guy that's down.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an official timeout. And as they tend to the players, we want to stay tuned with what's happening in the school district. You're invited to attend a board meeting. School board meetings are held the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of every month at 5 p.m. at the Central Office and Training Center, 2010 North 59th Street. So, player able to get up on his own power and rejoin the game.
Might have just gotten a little bit of the wind knocked out of him on that.
And it shows you the young legs. I go down like that and knock the wind out of me, then the EMS is coming around the corner right here.
Absolutely.
I'm going to need oxygen big time. So, going to be a throw-in for Wyandotte. A throw-in for Schlagle. Darwin Gonzalez, number 22, putting pressure on. Trying to will his team to the title. We got a horde of substitutions coming in for Wyandotte.
I think the coach has seen something as far as an adjustment that needs to be made. I guarantee he likes some of the things he's seeing, but may need to put the players in different positions in order to maximize the chances.
Glory Modeste, number 11, comes in for the first time. You may be able to hear he's got a fan club right below us here. Try to get the other subs later when we get a chance. There's a throw in. Here comes Schlagle. It's going to be a goal kick. Good job by Wyandotte pushing it out.
That's out. Good idea, but didn't quite come off the way that they planned it. That's one of those that was drawn up, but didn't quite happen the way they wanted. Nice try on the back heel there.
Modeste clears the ball forward. He's got a person streaking down the sideline. Number 18 with it for Wyandotte. Tries to clear it across. He does, and it's going to be blocked by Schlagle. So good hustle by number 2 as Andy Lopez. Number 2 is able to get over there to make that block.
Yeah, that was Larry Garcia.
Yeah,
Again,
Larry Garcia.
That's the same defender that stopped that one-on-one. He seems to be one of the rocks for Schlagle in the back there. He's only a junior too, so there's still time for him to get bigger and develop even more. You really want your center backs to be kind of like your linebackers, nice and big, ready to stick in and not scared of the contact, so to speak.
Absolutely. You have to give it to both of these coaches, too. They've really worked hard on their defense for these teams. Wyandotte, they tied Harmon last week in their last game, 0-0. So that went to double overtime, and no one scored. So both of these coaches have worked hard on their defense. And we don't see a lot of blowouts here, not in the KCK public school system, not in the Meadowlark League. Not a lot of blowouts.
Yeah. Scoring wins games, but defense wins championships.
Yes, it does.
That's definitely the case.
Yep. Wyandotte with the throw in, leading 1-0, coming up on 20 minutes remaining here in the first. And we're going to have another player down. We got a foul on Wyandotte.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact in his face.
Player from Schlagle hits the deck. The district's director of the SPED department, Dr. Jakayla Lowry, will host talk huddles with families this year. The Let's Chat virtual huddles provide a time for families to learn more about special education, share feedback, and ask questions parents may have about special education offering in the KCK Public School District. So join us on the following dates. This coming Thursday, September 26th, then October 24th, November 21st, January 30th, February 27th of next year, April 17th, and May 22nd. So visit the KCK Public School website for more information.
Well, you can see that Schlagle has changed their formation. They're now in a 4-4-2. So that's going to be a little bit more rigid in the midfield. So maybe the coach is making the adjustment because of the challenges that were happening in the center of the pitch, and maybe trying to address some of the mismatches.
Trying to put a little bit more pressure up front.
There's a good overlap right there.
And there comes Schlagle. Gonzalez is going to be offsides.
Just a half a step. He was really close, but the ref again got it right on that one.
So once again, Wyandotte has a man streaking down with too long of a pass. Wyandotte looking for an opening. Once again, pass is intercepted. Schlagle.
That could be dangerous in the future if the defense just gives up that ball in the center and another player from Wyandotte would run onto that and control it. That could be a very bad situation. So hopefully they address that.
Yes, indeed. Gonzalez will have to throw in for Schlagle from the near side. Gonzalez will sleep good tonight. Just in the first part of the game, he's run a ton.
Absolutely. Guaranteed they all sleep like babies.
And it rolled up his leg, so that's going to be a free kick for the Dogs.
Just pulling them back just a little bit further. Yeah. Ref's keeping good control of the game. And all the players are listening to him, so that's always nice to see.
Yeah, that's going to be a
throw in here. Let's see if they throw
trying
it
to see.
back.
It's going to be a throw in for Schlagle.
They're gonna probably throw it. I hope, hopefully back, reset a little bit. Long ball.
A header. Wyandotte able to kick it in, but not able to get a really good foot on it. It's Wyandotte. Miguel Guillaume was trying to get a good foot on it, but unable to. Looking for the man across the middle. And that's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte from Schlagle.
See, Schlagle is trying to stifle that forward progress. Every time that Wyandotte is getting the ball, you see they're immediately challenged within one or two steps. That's what you want to see on the defensive side of things. Again, offside just barely. They're just not quite on the timing. If they had just held up the run for just until the ball was kicked, they would have been perfect.
Well, how much has that contributed to Wyandotte's pressure that they're putting on them?
Yeah, if you're off of timing at all, I mean, it's a matter of inches and seconds always. But since they've been on the back, Schlagle's been on the back foot a little bit. They're going to try to reintroduce their style, or at least their pace. So, that was a good try.
It's also a good hit-up play by the defenders, too. They know where offsides is.
Absolutely.
They know. Okay, attention families. Mark your calendars for the upcoming Family Advocacy Days, designed to connect and support students and families across our community. So join us on October 23rd and 24th, and again in February 13th and 14th for a full day of resources, workshops, and activities. These events are a great opportunity to engage with educators and advocates dedicated to student success. So don't miss out on this chance to be involved and informed. Save the dates and stay tuned for more information.
That was a great shot on goal by Wyandotte, and an even better save by the young goalie for Schlagle. Even though he cleared it out in kind of an improper way, got it out of bounds, the diving save was definitely what you want to see from a young goalie.
Indeed. Wyandotte leads right now 1-0, coming up on 14:30 left here in the first period. That's going to be out. It's going to be a throw in for Schlagle.
Since they made the adjustment, you can see the change in the disposition of how the attack is happening. Wyandotte is becoming more stifled, and Schlagle's trying to put the ball more up the pitch. If you're a fan of Schlagle, that's what you want to see.
Still, Schlagle's been very, very patient. No frustration is set in yet. They're still, they're putting pressure on the ball, but at the same time, they're not being frustrated by Wyandotte's great defense.
If you trust the philosophy, it's a matter of just sticking with it. And I think that obviously they trust their coach. They trust the vision that he has, and they're going to try to execute.
Schlagle's coached by Coach Hassan Muhammad. Again, another throw in for Schlagle. And taken away by Wyandotte, but cleared. Wyandotte able to keep it in. Right-footed, knocks it down the line. Modeste running after it, unable to get there before the freshman goalkeeper for Schlagle able to take over. So proud. Velasquez has played very well as a freshman. He's only given up that one goal, but that was a tough, as you mentioned, one-on-one like that.
Yeah, with the penalty kick, it's not on the goalie. It's on the penalty taker to actually score.
Exactly. So he's played very well. And as you mentioned, as a freshman, he's just going to get better and better.
Yeah, you got to have the experience, and it's an investment. As much as it may be challenging at the beginning with not having the minutes, the more he plays, the more chances he's going to have for different looks and different defensive needs. Whether he's holding the ball up in the box or whether he's making the decisions in the penalty kick situations, the more opportunities he has to learn, the more experience he's going to be.
And we see him again with another save and able to get the ball down to Wyandotte's end of the pitch. Gonzalez trying to make something happen. The ball is kicked out.
Just couldn't quite stay on his feet.
It's going to be a corner kick for the Stallions, though. Most dangerous play in soccer, I've heard.
Yes.
The corner kicks.
Absolutely. Most goals come off of set pieces from either the corner kick or somewhere around that side of the pitch.
Gonzalez is going to see if he can't set his teammates up. Try to even the score here. 11:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Wyandotte leading 1-0 on an earlier goal by Brian Estrada for Wyandotte. There's the kick across the middle. Cleared out by Wyandotte. It's going to be a throw in for Schlagle from the near side. I'm Chuck Holmes here with Sean Hips, bringing you the action from F.L.Schlagle Stadium here at KCK Public Schools. It's going to be kicked out. And get throw in for, well, it's going to go off of Wyandotte, so it's going to be a.
Let's see what the decision is.
See what the decision is. I saw the referee pointing in Schlagle's direction.
Yeah, Wyandotte's not in any rush. Obviously, they've got the head. They're ahead 1-0, and so they can take advantage by slowing it down if they want and just working the clock. You were talking about earlier about the advantages of holding the ball up in the goal, and that's one of them. Is that you drain 10 to 15 seconds every time you do that, and so if it's habitual, that's when the referee is going to start making the count. If it's incidental because of play, it's not as big of a deal. But it's definitely one of those things that is a strategy that's used quite often for clock management.
Yeah, Wyandotte also had a bunch of substitutions come in during the dead ball as well.
Right.
So, but that does make it's part of the coach's strategy.
Absolutely.
It gets your players rest, and also burns clock.
Absolutely.
I don't know, we're talking just in the first quarter here, but still,
Yeah.
every ounce you can save in the tank,
Yes.
come in handy later on. Okay, it's going to be a throw in for Schlagle from the far side as they continue to trail 1-0. 9:30 left here in the first period.
It's the second half of the first period. We're probably going to start seeing the game opening up a little bit. Everybody's settled in enough to kind of feel out the other team enough to know where everybody kind of stands, and you'll start to see players start to make more dynamic.
Here we go. We got a break for Wyandotte. A break on Wyandotte as Schlagle's hustling back and able to, a good tackle there by a player from Wyandotte. No foul call in the box.
All ball. That was a great piece of defensive skill right there. Now, had he only taken the man out.
Yeah, we've got that on replay here. That was a great hustle. That was a great play. As we watch them, they were able to split the defenders.
Yeah,
and there's the first tackle. He misses there.
You have to get across in front, and as he did, he got all ball there before any contact was made.
Absolutely. That was Brian Estrada, the goal scorer earlier, able to hustle back on defense and able to stop that attack from the Stallions. We had another player who was down, but he's back up. So Wyandotte will get a free kick. Just about 46 yards away from the goal.
Someone had to tie their shoe. It happens all the time. Cleat grabs it and take the second, tie it back up.
There you go.
It's a nice long ball in. Dangerous area. Didn't quite work out, but you had 3 in the box. 1 on the far post, 1 on the near post. So if anything did fall in the right place, you had a player there to make a play.
It's gonna be a corner. It's gonna be a corner kick.
It came off Schlagle at the very end. But you can't afford not to and let it fall to an offensive player in that position. So the decision is always just to clear it out, which is a smart move.
Like the left footer lining it up. See if he can't bend it towards the middle. There's the kick. His body's everywhere. Schlagle able to clear it.
Let's see what happens as they get a second bite at the apple here.
Okay, this Schlagle trying to get on the attack. One that quickly collapses. Now here comes Schlagle. Gonzalez is streaking down the right side.
And you see how many players Wyandotte gets back behind the ball immediately. That's a very, very good transitional play.
It's 6 players back there.
Almost immediately, which there was a mismatch for a moment where there was a 3-on-3, but there was space. And that's a dangerous position for a defense to be in. Immediately, you see the back line come through with 4, 5, 6 guys. That's what any coach wants to see.
It's going to be an offsides for Schlagle.
It's much like on a kickoff in football, where you want to keep everybody in their lane as they move down the pitch. So everybody's got their space that they're defending.
They've got their assigned location, their assigned space.
Absolutely.
Once again, Schlagle trying to get something going. Here at the 6:15 mark. first period. Wyandotte leads 1-0 here at F.L.Schlagle Stadium.
So see, right now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4. You should see Schlagle try to shift a couple back to the back line to try to adjust defensively, but you just don't see that in the same way you saw Wyandotte get all those players back behind the ball.
Now, I may be mistaken, I'm not sure, but I haven't seen Schlagle do a lot of substitutions. Wyandotte is substituting a lot.
I agree. I think that the Wyandotte coach saw something that needed to be adjusted immediately, or like you said, a little bit of possible, just protecting the cardio of the players.
Here we go. The try on there and score!
Outside of the right foot. That was a beautiful.
Glory Modeste with the score at the 5:31 mark of the second period.
What a great piece of skill that was.
Wyandotte takes a 2-0 lead here. So Glory doing a wonderful job of getting inside, able to win the ball, and then to beat the young goalkeeper, the young freshman for Schlagle. Pressure's paid off right there, Sean.
Absolutely, absolutely. All you need is one mismatch.
There's a replay here. There it is. He takes it off the defender and then uses the right foot to sneak it by.
Yeah, the outside of the right foot, it'll kind of curl in. Outside, he wanted that to go around the goalkeeper, and that's exactly what it did.
Did a good job of bouncing it off the defender back to himself.
Absolutely. Sometimes the ball falls for you. You have to be in the position in order to make the play. And so, I would say, hats off to the player from Wyandotte.
Just the way he drew it up on the board, man.
Absolutely.
Just like that. And Schlagle clears it to their end. Schlagle controlled by Schlagle. They're looking to go on the attack.
Right. You saw it was
Nice
2 on 2, and now it's 5 on 2.
And he's able to clear to split the defenders. He's still looking, and he's just out of reach there.
What a great. The only thing it was missing was the final touch. That was a great piece of technique.
That was Kuroho Malike. And you mentioned also, too, you said, defenders got back for Wyandotte. He was 1 on 5 at one point, but he was able to get it through, but not able to get enough steam on it to get a good shot on goal.
It may just take a little piece of individual brilliance to be the breakthrough.
Mm-hmm. Going to be a corner kick for Schlagle. Leading across the middle. The header is missed.
Yeah, he definitely was there on that near post. If he would have made contact, that was going in.
Schlagle able to keep it in. Still putting pressure on Wyandotte's defense. And Wyandotte hustles down. It's going to be a throw in for the Stallions. That was an awesome opportunity. Just missed the header. Looking for that inside post. Okay, here comes Schlagle again, keeping the ball in.
You can already see that Wyandotte is just putting more people behind on that back line. I think they're going to try to shut it down. The 2-0 lead is definitely something you want to take into halftime. You don't want to give up a late goal and switch the momentum going into the locker room. You want to hold it out and keep the score line into the locker room and keep the momentum on your side.
2:35 remaining here just before halftime. And Schlagle looking to get on the board before halftime, as Sean mentioned, trying to switch that momentum around a little bit. Here comes Wyandotte to get on the attack. Intercepted by the Stallions. Down the line, here comes Schlagle on the attack.
Look how fast.
And just across the middle, but it's going to be out.
Credit to that defender from Wyandotte. He got back very quickly and tracked back to mark that man.
Well, you mentioned the speed that these guys have. He was just flying down the sideline along with the Schlagle offensive player. And the defender caught up with him and forced a premature kick almost. Didn't really have a chance to set up for a good shot.
That's exactly right. He didn't have a chance to really set his feet and truly aim. It was more of just hacking it and praying, which it works sometimes. You definitely have to try in order to score.
Both teams are coming up on the 1 minute mark.
And there might be a little bit of extra time for the referee stoppage. He did stop the clock himself at least twice, and there were 2 goals and quite a few substitutions, so I could see a couple of extra minutes of added time. Although they also want to get the whole match in before the weather comes in. So I can see the discretion of the referee to hold off until the end and just add the extra time in at the end of the match.
Yeah, as we're looking off to the east out here, we see it's raining pretty good out there somewhere. And looking off to the south and the west is kind of clearing up, the sun setting, but off to the east, I think you may be right, Sean, earlier, it may just go around us. And Schlagle will have to throw in. 20 seconds remaining before halftime. We're down to 10 seconds. I think both teams are going to be content to go in at halftime down 2-0 as Gonzalez is pushing it for the one last shot, knocked out of bounds by Wyandotte. And that's good. That's going to do it for the first half as Schlagle trails Wyandotte 2-0 here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network. We've seen some good action so far, Sean. Wyandotte's done a good job of keeping the pressure on Schlagle. Schlagle, it's a little bit of frustration because Wyandotte's defense has been so smothering.
Absolutely. They're definitely made the adjustments. Let's see what happens after half.
Indeed. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these short messages. You're watching the KCK Public Schools Sports Network.
Right now we're just doing like poetry about traveling, and like this is like the first poem that I really understand. Poems weren't really my thing in 4th grade. I think they like seem more interesting in like 5th grade.
Later on, he studies cap code for a moment.
My class does different things from the other classes. We meditate. Today at morning meeting we were sharing icebergs. If you don't know what icebergs are, icebergs is just basically like you can see the top of an iceberg, right? That's you acting happy. The bottom is like all your feelings, all your emotions, what you actually feel. Since we were sharing that, we always meditate so like we can get off that. So we don't bring it to us and like bring it in our work.
Every day, I'm gonna ask you, what similes and metaphors did you hear in music?
The way I try to get better every day is like just paying attention, because in 3rd grade, I always had trouble paying attention, so like my grades were terrible. In 4th grade, it's like my teacher, Miss Maroney, she never let me give up. So like I started doing better in 4th grade too. And like in 5th grade, I'm getting better every day, like just by just meditating, because meditating helps me too. And like I'm always trying my best. I'm never like sometimes I can be hard on myself, but like being better every day is like I just let stuff go. Like I just let it fly maybe sometimes. And then like sometimes I don't get a good grade, but then I just get better every day by just paying more attention, and then I just get better grades and better grades. I like basically have all A's in this year now. At Francis Woolard, we're getting better every day.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Johnson and I'm with
Fernando Peña,
Darwin Gonzalez,
Josh Espinoza.
Said Carrera.
and this is Center Circle. Hey, how excited are you about the season?
We are really excited. We're looking forward. We've been training, so we are really excited.
So how do you see the season going for your team?
Better than last year, hopefully a lot of wins, and we are prepared for anything.
So check this out. How have you gotten yourself ready for the season?
How I got myself ready for the season? We got some touches with the ball, make runs, and train hard with our feet, and hit the gym.
So let me ask you this: if you had to play anywhere in the world, what would be your favorite soccer stadium? Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid. Why is that?
It's a pretty stadium. I like it like the atmosphere.
I love that. Okay, last one. Who's your favorite soccer player and why?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why? Tell me why.
When I first started playing the beautiful game of soccer, my first pair of cleats, it was a pair of CR7s. And when I first touched the ball for the first time with those cleats, it was at age 6. And ever since then, I just always saw him as my idol.
I love it. Yeah. All right, guys, have a great season.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jason Jones. I'm a junior here at Wyandotte High School, and today we have
Miguel Guillen.
And what position do you play?
I play midfield or defense.
Daniel Serrano. I play defense, fullback.
My name is Brian Estrada. I play mid and I can play striker.
Excellent. Now, I have a few questions for y'all today. The first question is, who's your favorite player?
My favorite players can be Iniesta, because I like the way he plays and his passes, his ball knowledge.
Excellent choice, excellent choice. Now, the next question is for you. What is your favorite skill or trick that you use on the soccer field?
Either has to be body feint or croqueta.
What is that?
A body feint is where you make your body movement to your right or your left, and then may confuse your opponents to going that side, and then you go the opposite side from there.
Interesting, interesting. Now to you. What did you do to prepare for the season?
Oh, what I did to prepare for the season is eat well. I also practice with my teammates and practice at home.
Excellent, excellent. Now, this is a question for all of y'all. How excited are y'all for this season? Real high! Yes, sir!
We want to give a big thanks to DePasquale Law Firm for hosting the 4th Annual Media Day at Arrowhead Stadium. Football players from all 5 KCKPS high schools gathered for interviews, season highlights, and even a preview of the upcoming girls' flag football season. The event also featured guest speakers and a generous $30,000 check presentation to the district's athletic departments. A special shout out to DePasquale Law Firm for their incredible support of KCKPS athletics. We also want to give a huge KCKPS shout out to the KC Star, Hot 103 Jams, and DePasquale and more for their Game of the Week coverage. The KC Star is holding its weekly poll to vote for your favorite student athlete, and Hot 103 Jams has relaunched their football Game of the Week coverage. Be sure to vote for your school's athletes and teams online at kprs.com and the KC Stars website. Lastly, a huge thank you to the DM Law Foundation for lighting up our games with a DJ, swag bags, and exciting fan giveaways. Let's make this season unforgettable.
Hi, my name is Jason Jones. I'm a junior here at Wyandotte High School, and today I'm talking with Coach Martinez. Now, my first question to you is, how did you prepare your team for the season?
This season we worked hard all summer. A lot of the guys came out. We had up to 20, 30 guys all summer, Monday through about Thursday every day. And we come out here and we get a nice workout in.
Now, my second question is to you. It's a little bit more personal, but what is your favorite drills to put on these young athletes?
Oh, I love drills. One of my favorite ones, probably our transition drill called Over the River. We like to do it when we're learning, just shifting the ball to open space from one area to another area of the field, and it really helps the boys a lot.
And my final question is to you is, what is your expectations for this season?
Wow, I got high expectations. Like I said, these boys have been working hard all summer. We have a lot of talent returning from last year. A lot of new players that are stepping up to new roles, and we're all excited, so we're hoping to see how far we can go.
Hey everyone, I'm Marco Johnson. I'm with.
Hi, I'm Sam Muhammad, the boys soccer coach here at F.L.Schlagle High.
And this is Center Circle. Coach, how have you prepared your team this year?
Okay, so when we started our season back in like a month ago, we focused more on fitness, physical. So I remember the first day of practice here on August 19, every single player in the program, we timed their 1 mile run. that will give an idea to see what we are as a team. That we just focus the first 2 weeks on fitness, build that stamina for everybody.
How do you get your team to play together as a team?
Okay, so number one, we gotta stay positive. That's my number one rule. Like we're building a culture. So if everybody's positive, I think this is how we build a team and we play together and have that team dynamics, team chemistry.
What's your expectation for the season?
Expectation, okay. My number one expectation, improve our standings from last year. That's like our number one goal. Second, focus more on, again, that team dynamics. We have a very young team this year. We only have 2 seniors. But just having that culture and building it, basically a team from the ground up, I think we're gonna look better than last year this year. I'm optimistic. I know the players are ready, and I want to play hard.
Coach, have a great season.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
First, I ride the bus, and then I come here, I go to the gym, and then I just go to my first hour. I have career first hour, I have orchestra 7th hour, I have math, ELA, and then my FA, and then I have science, and then geography. My favorite is orchestra, because I love playing my instrument. My favorite thing is pretty much like just learning new things. It feels great. And like to learn new things and have good experiences. To be better every day, I try to be more confident and never be scared, and always be nice to others. At Rosedale Middle School, we're getting better every day.
And welcome back to F.L.Schlagle High School on the Kansas City, Kansas Public School Sports Network. I'm Chuck Holmes. I'm here with Sean Hips.
Hello, Chuck.
Ready for our second half action here.
Can't wait.
Wyandotte currently leads 2-0, and it's been a entertaining game so far. Wyandotte's stifling defense has really kept Schlagle off balance a little bit. So if you're the head coach of Schlagle, what do you tell your boys in halftime?
You have to keep pushing forward and not let them dictate the pace of the game. And obviously with Wyandotte, you want the opposite. You want to keep doing exactly what you're doing. So I would say that the Schlagle coach definitely would need to impress upon them the urgency of at least trying to score once in the first 10 to 15 minutes in order to try to shift the momentum, because obviously Wyandotte might have that at this point.
The young goalkeeper for Schlagle, he's played pretty well, but he gave up a goal earlier on a penalty kick, and then he gave up one a little bit later on a excellent offensive play by Wyandotte. So, Velasquez, the freshman, he hasn't played really bad, number 1 down there for Schlagle.
No, both of those goals were definitely not anything that he made a bad decision on. That was just the run of play, so to speak.
And Alejo for Wyandotte really hasn't been tested tonight.
He's had a pretty easy game. He could almost put a park lounger out there and just sit down.
Yeah, you can see him right now. He's like at the 38-yard line on the other side of the field. Now he starts to come back. He's almost like another defender out there.
Yep. I definitely agree. There's not a lot of pressure that Schlagle's been putting on that back line, especially because Wyandotte's been putting 4 and 5 back almost immediately when the ball is turned over. Conversely, you see Schlagle not making that transition as fast. And I think that might be the difference in the game right now, is just the transition ball.
Well, once again, both these teams do play really good defense. Wyandotte did tie Harmon their last time out, 0-0. And Schlagle has also played very good defense throughout their 5 games. So coming up with 2 ties themselves. And got a whistle.
Yeah, well, ref's going to call the ball back. The ball wasn't quite set.
You know, we were talking during the halftime break. I hope you guys enjoyed our features, too, that we featured with the pep talk and some of the student athletes around the Kansas City, Kansas School District. Those are really good features. Those are fun for the kids to do, fun for the coaches to do, and we get a chance to utilize some of the audio-visual services that are at the different schools in the area and stuff. So all that's great, and we really appreciate them taking the time to do that, and we can run those features at halftime of our football and soccer games and volleyball matches.
Passing technical skills down.
Again, that's going to be out. That's going to be a throw-in for Schlagle. You know, we're also talking in halftime. We're talking about some of the area soccer that goes on around here. We got the National Women's Soccer League with the KC Current. You know, Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes are part owners of that team. The stadium is just fantastic.
It's an exciting time to be a Kansas City soccer fan. You're talking about the Current, which is the women's team, with obviously with the Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes being involved. You love to see it because it brings more notoriety to the team, but also you have to commend them. Brittany Mahomes was a professional female soccer player overseas before Pat started playing for the Chiefs. It was his first season when Alex Smith was still the main quarterback. But since they've took over or put their money in, where their mouth is with the professional women's soccer team, it is literally the crown jewel in not only the National Women's Soccer League, but FIFA itself. Is part of the reason why the World Cup is coming to Kansas City in 2026, is because the next generation of what FIFA wants to promote is the women's game, and it is the first in the world women's specific professional soccer stadium. So that is something that we can all be proud of as a Kansas City.
The PCKC Stadium is beautiful, just over there off the Kit Bond Bridge, and as you come into downtown Kansas City, it's just beautiful.
It lights up right on the river. You love to see it. It just adds to the skyline, all of it. It's just exciting times. They're actually making a good run into the postseason. They're going to be up against Gotham FC, and hopefully they can get a result and get into the finals. It's just like anything. Once the postseason starts, everything is reset. They ended up third in the league on points, but it's a brand new day once you start the postseason. So.
Here comes Schlagle on the attack as they're trying to get something going, trailing 2-0. About just over 35 minutes left here in the match. They're down 2-0 with 2 goals from Wyandotte. Number 9 Estrada scored on a penalty kick in the first half, and then number 11 Modeste with a beautiful goal just a couple minutes before halftime, putting the Dogs up 2-0. So here comes Wyandotte again on the attack, and this time is able to be passed forward, and it's going to be intercepted. And the young freshman Valdez kicks it out.
Again, that was Larry Garcia. He's just the rock in the back for Schlagle. If it wasn't for him, there would have probably be a higher score line than just 2-0.
Yes, indeed. He's played very well back there. And if we get a chance to watch that replay real quick, we'll see just how fast he was able to get back into the position.
It's a great through ball for Wyandotte right there, but you can see he was stride for stride with him and blocked him off. It was a perfect play.
So here comes Wyandotte again, streaking up the sideline, and once again, Schlagle defender back to make a good play. Be a throw in for the Dogs, and just about mid pitch out here.
It looks to me like Schlagle's made some adjustments on some man marking on the side, down the wings. So let's see how that plays out.
Again, this time it's going to be a Schlagle throw in. Wyandotte unable to control it. A lot of people don't know Lamar Hunt was a huge soccer fan. Although he did own the Kansas City Chiefs, he was a huge soccer fan. He was very instrumental in bringing Major League Soccer, the interest of Major League Soccer into the United States.
And if it wasn't for him, Kansas City would not have a franchise. For at least the first generation of MLS, the Wizards were given free access to Arrowhead before they had their own stadium, before they rebranded SKC. Lamar Hunt did everything he could to grow the game, not only in the big markets, but in the smaller markets. And at that time, we weren't quite as major as we are now, but he made sure that places like Columbus and Kansas City were represented, and that it all wasn't just Chicago, LA, New York. And that speaks to his philosophy of access for everyone to the game.
Yes, Alejo able to make a save on the deep ball that was in. And here comes Wyandotte on the attack. Good defense by Schlagle. As we're able to, defenders playing well as they're able to take it away. Wyandotte maintains control, however. And they're going to call a foul on that. That was almost a delayed fall. You know what? If I fall right here, I might get the call. But if it's not for people like Lamar Hunt and Clark Hunt and the Mahomes in the area, we see how soccer has really just taken off all throughout the country, but especially in the metro area. When I say the metro, I mean on the Missouri side, on the Kansas side, in Johnson County, in Atchison County, up and up north. And
even
you see, even Wyandotte, I mean, it's really exploded down here. There's a long kick and knocked down by the freshman.
What a great save. Good decision making.
Wyandotte unable to follow through on here once again.
But yes, to your point, Clark Hunt owns FC Dallas, and they're going to build a brand new stadium for FC Dallas. He's going to invest in the team as they should. They definitely need new infrastructure down there, and they're trying to take a play out of the Kansas City playbook. And it's a point of pride to know. Oh,
there's a replay on this one here. Is it able to knock down by another goalie?
Yeah, he definitely had that near post. He knew exactly where the goal was gonna, where the attempt was gonna be, and definitely anticipated that one.
So once again, Vasquez playing well. You know, for a freshman, he's playing really well. Gave up one goal that was really not his fault, but the other one was took a very good offensive play in order to get it by him.
Absolutely. Again, I wouldn't blame him for either one of those goals. Those were just the run of play. He didn't make a bad decision. Every time he's had to make a decision, he's actually made the proper one. So it just goes to show that even with his youth, there's good soccer knowledge there. There's good soccer vision.
And even as a freshman, you know, this time is valuable. Nothing beats playing time.
Absolutely. And nothing really teaches like your failures in one way or another, or your mistakes. You learn from that more than you ever do your victories. So while it may be challenging or a little bit frustrating at some point, it's the only way you can grow.
Okay, once again, kicked out. Here comes Wyandotte on the attack. And good decision to kick it out.
Absolutely. He had to clear that. There was too much pressure coming in. Great team. Yeah, Patrick Masor, he's really, really fast, and he's just kind of physically dominant on that back line. Tried to go around the corner. Didn't quite work. It's a good idea, though.
Wyandotte and Schlagle fighting hard for the ball. And we're going to have a foul there.
That's a little bit too much contact for the ref's liking.
Slow in. It'll be a throw in here for Schlagle. Physical education teachers across Kansas City, Kansas public schools are teaching students a new and competitive skill. About 60 teachers learned about the intricacies of archery during classes held at Wellborn Elementary School. Teachers received instruction on standing correctly, arrow placements, the strings grips, the bow's aim, and the release point. Teachers are also required to take a 3.5 hours of online training module to become course instructors. Through this program, teachers will help students learn about archery as well as focus, self-control, discipline, patience, and other lessons to help them be successful in the classroom. The training was part of the National Archery in the Schools program, an in-school program aimed at improving educational performances among students in grades 4 through 12. Nothing like a bunch of PE teachers armed with bows and arrows.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, Schlagle unable to keep it in, like they had a little bit of a run, but unable to keep it in.
Wyandotte had
was Daniel Molina.
Yeah, Wyandotte had another good set piece during your reading right there. But again, another good decision by the young goalie.
By the young goalie.
He made the proper placement of where he had to be, and when it curled in, he was right where to make the save. So.
Coming up on 28:30 remaining here in the contest as Schlagle trails Wyandotte 2-0.
Concession stand till the gates will be closing in a few minutes. In about 5 minutes, the hot dogs are on sale for $1. $1. So you want to run and get yours before they run out.
Wyandotte with the knocked out by Schlagle. Be a quick throw in for Wyandotte. Is he looking for the offense? able to do. Bounce off the head, Mansour. And Mansour able to push away, looking for the opening. Two guys around him, unable to get a clear shot, cleared out by Schlagle. Wyandotte able to keep it in. Here comes Wyandotte on the attack and kicked out again by Schlagle. And good defense as they're protecting their young goalie back there.
Great clearance.
It's going to be a corner kick.
Again, that was Garcia. Again, every time there has to be a decisive defensive move, he seems to be the one making that decision.
Showing his defensive prowess on the field. So Wyandotte will have a corner kick. You see the left footer, right footer line it up.
You see that probably swing in towards that front post.
And headed away by the Stallions. Now, I've seen a lot of teams, they like to put more people in the box to cause more confusion. Wyandotte doesn't seem to do that. They keep 3 or 4 people back.
That's tactical, obviously. In case there is a counterattack, you definitely want to have a couple back and not commit everyone. Even though they have the legs, you don't want to chance it.
Substitution for Wyandotte.
$1, better hurry up before they close.
And Wyandotte looking to go back on the attack again, leading 2-0. There's a poke to head.
It's a good give and go.
Looking to center it. Cleared out by Schlagle.
Let's see if they can transition a little bit better than they have throughout the course of the game.
Pass a little bit too long for Schlagle.
Not quite there, but
intercepted by the Stallions.
Good pickup right there.
It was a nice pickup by Wyandotte. See, both teams still playing hard. We're 26 minutes remaining. Both teams still playing hard. Schlagle looking for something to get on the board.
Yeah, this is definitely, this is when the coaching matters. It's the attitude of not giving up. You have to keep believing that you can do it. Even if it seems like the chips are down, you never give up. You always have to keep bearing down on everything because you never know when the opportunity is going to come.
Schlagle has put a little bit more pressure on Wyandotte this half. As we've called Alejo's name a little bit more here in the second half than we did in the first half. It's going to be knocked out by Wyandotte. It's going to be a quick throw in.
Or was it? Oh, they're
actually going to call it a corner kick.
It's right there on the edge. Let's see if they can do something with this.
Right footer signals it. Oh, great job by the goalkeeper for Wyandotte as he's able to go up, climb the ladder to take it out of the air. Quickly clears it.
Great grab.
Trying to go back on the offense of the Dogs.
This is a counterattack. Ooh, this is.
And good job of playing defense.
Yeah, shutting it down at the last moment there.
Nice sliding tackle. Able to knock it out. It'll be Wyandotte's throw in. You know, stay connected with all the latest updates from the KCK Public Schools Sports Network. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, formerly known as Twitter. And X is formerly known as Twitter, and YouTube at KCK Public Schools TV for behind-the-scenes action, game highlights, and exclusive content. And don't forget to visit our website at kckschools.org for event schedules, news, and more. Be sure to follow, like, and share to stay in the know with everything happening at KCS Public Schools. No reason why you shouldn't be connected to the KCSPS.
However you decide to take your social media, Kansas City Public Schools has a way to connect with you.
Here is Wyandotte, and just high.
Just over the bar. Yeah, he probably got a little bit underneath it, got the laces to it instead of the toe.
Looked like,
curl it over the top.
Like Andy Lopez had a good shot at it. Excuse me.
Yeah, Andy Lopez, he had a good shot. It was just a little bit off on the placement on the boot. It happens.
As we see the replay, he just just a little bit off as it goes high. And here comes Schlagle streaking down the near side. Wyandotte hustling over, making a good play for Wyandotte.
Quite a bit of pace there.
That was Chris Lagunas on the hustle back, playing the defender. It's one thing, Wyandotte has some great defenders.
Absolutely.
And he's able to move them in and out, shuffle them in and out, and he doesn't lose a step with anyone.
No, they definitely put players back behind on that back line, and that's really, if you want to lock down a team, that's the way to do it. You put more players behind the ball, and that they have to play through them instead of around them. But it's harder when there's more people in the line to go around, and so it's making Schlagle make the decision on how to go through instead of around the outside.
You know, as a young soccer player, it's hard to know to be, okay, you're going to be a defender. Everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to be the forward. Everybody wants to be the midfielder. But to be the defender, you're the hero on the team.
Yes, and you have to have a certain disposition. Again, it's kind of like a linebacker position. You have to be okay with getting in contact and to be a little bit on the rougher side, because you will be challenged by the front line. They're looking to score on you. So you have to not be intimidated by that and stand firm. And it's a mentality thing. Some people are kind of built for it. And if you find the right disposition in a player, it's definitely one.
Once again, the Wyandotte with the score!
What a wonderful.
This is a great pass.
Absolutely.
Caught the young man streaking down the middle of the field and able to knock the score in to give Wyandotte a 3-0 lead.
That was impressive.
Wyandotte kept the pressure on and able to find an open slot. He was onside with the pass. Great kick, great score.
It's a great timing on that.
And it's going to look like number 18 is the one. Oh, nice slide, nice kick.
Right. He kept himself low, and he made sure that he was over the ball. Instead of launching it up above, it went forward and through.
That was the senior Patrick Moussour on that. You see him streaking down the middle.
Now you might see the game to start opening up, so to speak. Schlagle's got to start taking some chances. If they don't, they're going to end up, in a position where it's just going to be beaten up over and over and over again. That's definitely something that no team wants.
Well, Wyandotte's defense has just been stifling.
Yeah.
They have kind of squeezed the life out of Schlagle's offense, and whenever they get something going, the defense just collapses on them. Like you mentioned, they're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 guys behind the ball. If there's able to break away, there's 2 or 3 guys there. We've seen great hustle from Wyandotte.
Yes, they're definitely one. You can see the team is working in unison there on that back line. They're flowing together, and nobody is the weak link. When one person plays back, another person is compensating back onto that back line. So there's not any openings. And the way you see Schlagle is kind of open angularly.
Again, here we go again with another long pass. And Schlagle able to get back this time.
Yeah, you see it almost like a triangle with the center and the 2 outside defenders for Schlagle. It's not a line, it's more like a triangle. They need to flatten out and make them make the decision in between the players instead of stretching them and creating gaps.
I know you and I, we're kind of above the action here in the press box, and we really can't hear them communicating on the field. But I'm sure there's got to be verbal communication going on at the entire time, and Wyandotte's doing a wonderful job of communicating.
I agree, and there's definitely a little bit of experience in shorthand with your teammates on where you know he's going to be next to you, on your left or on your right.
There's a corner kick going across, missed the header. Wyandotte with the rebound, kicked out by Schlagle. Wyandotte trying to keep it in. They're able to do.
They're going to reset and try again.
Pass to the middle, going to be stolen away by Schlagle. Yeah, a little bit too far.
Yeah, he gave up on that one.
Yeah, Lagunas was trying to find an open spot for his teammate to get to, and unable to make the connection. Schlagle with the throw in. 2 headers. Oh, somebody's hand. We got a handball there.
It's incidental, but still, no contact with the arm or hand, or it's immediate dead ball.
Yeah. 18-10 left here in the contest. Wyandotte leading 3-0 on a third goal by Masur.
We've really seen a pretty clean game, too. Not a lot of stoppage for fouls or any of that. Both teams are playing honest football right now, so that's good to see.
It's going to be kicked out. It's going to be a throw in for Wyandotte from the far side. A little slow in the action here. Both teams get reset. And here comes the kick. And streaking again. Here comes the player from Wyandotte. He'll be run off the ball, but 2-3 guys back, and the freshman score once again as Wyandotte is able to take advantage of hustling down the pitch and able to find the back of the net.
Yep. They had more players forward than the defenders could defend, and so obviously when you see 3 or 4 on 2, there's no way for the defense to always be in the right position. Somebody is going to be open. He had the time to set his feet along with the ball and make a good shot.
That's going to make it 4-0 for Wyandotte as they continue to put pressure on Schlagle.
Schlagle's going to have to make an adjustment immediately. There's not really any choice. If they don't, it's going to get worse.
There's our replay on that as we see the ball pass forward. There's a kick there, deep hustling back. But then the easy set shot.
So you had 3 on 2 right there. There's no way that the 2 defenders could be in the proper position. Somebody is going to have an open shot, and they made the better decision to get the outside guy.
Indeed, I didn't catch the number of the person who scored, but that makes it 4-0 for Schlagle, for Wyandotte, as they lead Schlagle here at F.L.Schlagle Stadium. That goal right there kind of deflated Schlagle a little bit.
You can see their
body language change.
You can see that was a little bit deflating for them. Their shoulders are now a little slumped. And on the other hand, you can see Wyandotte's up for it now. They got their tails up. They're definitely ready. They smell blood in the water. They're looking for more goals right now.
You made that football analysis. It's just like a defensive lineman. They know when you got to pass. They pin their ears back, and here we go.
Absolutely.
This is what I get paid to do, rest the quarterback. And if I don't get there, I still get to hit him? Oh, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. It's that aggression. It's just like with anything. Any of it's the psychology part of sports. It's one of those intangibles, but when you have it, you have that mental dominance over the other team. It's palpable on the field, and when that happens, it's hard to turn it around, especially when there's a momentum like this.
You know, we were talking about professional soccer here in Kansas City, and Sporting KC is out in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You know, they're going for their 5th U.S. Open, Lamar Hunt Open, U.S. Open Cup.
That's correct. It'll be a historical event when they win tomorrow, as I hope. No one of the teams done that, and they've had a little bit of a trying season in league play, but it's always good and encouraging for a sports fan to see a good cup run with the trophy at the end possible. And everybody in Kansas City is cheering them on for that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the U.S. Open Cup is the 2nd oldest cup in the U.S. behind the America's Cup, right?
That's correct. Only one boat racing cup is older in the United States, which means there's definitely, it's a point of pride, but also a legacy thing. America has had soccer for far longer, even though we're not as dominant as we are in other sports. We've definitely been represented at that level.
So for all you
league play and cup tournament play, just like England or any of the other big countries. So
yes, for all you Super Bowl fans out there, yes. America's Cup in soccer are older.
Exactly. Exactly. But Lamar Hunt is involved with that cup, and he's kind of involved with the. Not only was Lamar Hunt integral in the U.S. Open Cup, but also in the NFL Cup or NFL Trophy. I guess the AFC. The AFC is the Lamar Hunt Trophy. So he's got his name on all sorts of awards and accolades for sporting. He's obviously one of the best sportsmen of all time in America.
Yeah, he was integral in bringing the American Football League.
Yeah, absolutely, and even bringing the notoriety of the NBA up at one time.
Mm-hmm.
He had a stake in the Bulls and never even met Michael Jordan, even though he was part of that era. He was worried about the game, not the players, not the limelight. It was all about the people that he could build up, the whole foundation of it. And it's commendable to see. You don't see it a lot that often anymore. He really was a man of the people.
Yes, he was. Excellent ambassador for all the games.
Absolutely.
He loved fan participation. He loved to see the fans happy.
Absolutely.
So, and it's great to see the success Clark is having.
Absolutely, it's a legacy thing, and you want to see it. You want to see the families that are blessed with those type of ownerships continuing to be engaging with the community, and not being so aloof or out of touch that they don't know who they're serving with their sports. So.
Absolutely. Here's Schlagle on the attack, trying to get something going, trailing 4-0 with 12 minutes left here in the contest.
At this point, it's a point of pride for Schlagle. They need, it's a gut check thing. You have to try your utmost best not to make it any worse than it already is, but also get one back, so that maybe you can have something to hang your hat on, that you didn't give up, that you stuck with it.
Absolutely. They had a media day, and here within the KCK Public Schools District, and so we want to give a big thank you to DePasquale Law Firm for hosting the 4th annual media day at Arrowhead Stadium. Stadium. They had football players from all 5 KCK public school high schools gather for interviews, season highlights, and even a preview of the upcoming girls flag football season. The event also featured guest speakers and a generous $30,000 check presented to the district's athletic departments. So a special shout out to DePasquale Law Firm for their incredible support for KCK Public School Athletics. We also want to give a huge KCK Public School shout out to the KC Star, Hot 103 Jams, and DePasquale and more for their Game of the Week coverage. The KC Star is holding its weekly poll to vote for your favorite student athlete, and Hot 103 Jams has relaunched their football Game of the Week coverage. So be sure to vote for your school's athletes and teams online at kprs.com and the KC Star's website. Lastly, a huge thank you to the DM Law Foundation for lighting up our games, and a DJ, swag bags, and exciting fan giveaways. Let's make this season unforgettable. So thank you to those guys. They all help KCK Public Schools with the recognition and support that the district needs.
You love to see the community outreach and just community engagement in general. You're making an impact with local kids. That's what you really want to see is impact in the local community. Hats off to all of them.
Absolutely. It takes a village, as they say. It takes a village to raise children. It takes a village for the entire village to be successful. Everybody has to contribute.
Yep. Community-minded individuals all over the Kansas City area are pitching in different ways, and we love to see it.
Yep, so we want to give them a big shout-out and a big thank you. A little bit more than 9 minutes remaining. Wyandotte ahead 4-0. And once again, this is our first time being here. My first time anyway. This is an excellent facility. I have been so impressed with the infrastructure. Is just impressive.
Absolutely. You can tell they built it to last, and they should really be proud of this. This is something that will be around for a long time.
A long time. We all know about Wyandotte. We all know about Washington. But we all know about Harmon Stadium. But this facility at F.L.Schlagle is just top notch.
Absolutely.
It's just fantastic. So
you love to see the investment.
Indeed, been very impressed with it. Again, Wyandotte with their tough, stifling defense.
Yeah, they're locking it down. You don't see that many people in front of the ball. In fact, it's only one. So you basically have 10 men behind the ball, or 9 men. They call that parking the bus. They're trying to shut the game down now at this point, which makes sense. You want to keep a clean sheet. If you're Wyandotte, you don't want to give up a goal at this point. A clean sheet with 4 goals is about as good as you're ever going to get, and that's what they want. Now, obviously, Schlagle is looking to score, but it's going to be hard getting through 9 men when they were having trouble getting through 3 or 4. So now you double it, and it's just it can frustrate the offense that's trying to get through. So,
okay, say for instance, for an example, say if we're on ice. When do you bring an extra? When you bring one of your defenders, or when you bring in an extra attacker?
Right. At this point, it's throw it all at the wall and see what sticks for Schlagle. But it's still going to be a daunting task. I see that we got a lot of upperclassmen in the defense for Wyandotte, and they're just a little bit more physically dominant than what I'm seeing from Schlagle. They have a little bit of, it looks like weight, it looks like height, it looks like it's dominance in general. So
yeah, it looks like Wyandotte really wants that shutout.
Absolutely.
They're really playing hard. And so, if you're Schlagle, you'd like to get at least one on the board.
Yes, you're definitely trying to get a consolation goal just so that you can have some type of momentum going into the next game. Sure, you're not going to win, but you can play it like it's 0-0 and try your best and get some encouraging actions before the end of the game. So
we just saw on that long kick. Wyandotte had 4 guys back to 3 on the long kick. The 3 defenders were back, but Wyandotte had 4 midfielders and forwards up there.
Absolutely, they were ready.
And once again, we just haven't seen a lot of substitutions from Schlagle. We've seen a lot from Wyandotte. Coach Martinez he's kept fresh legs out there. He's got them running in and out, and every play he puts in, he doesn't miss a step. Whatever he puts out there.
Wow. Number 9 just got a yellow card for running up on the set piece and blocking it. You don't see it that often, but he was just trying to be a little bit on the aggressive side. They're going to sub him out. No reason to risk a red card or anything like that and lose him in the next match.
Yeah, that's Brian Estrada going to the sideline for Wyandotte after receiving the yellow card.
It happens. He got a little over-exuberant on that one.
And you made a good point. I mean, there's 6.5 minutes left here. Why risk it?
Absolutely.
If it's a 1-0 match, maybe.
Yeah.
If it's 1-1, 0-0, but when you're up 4-0, why risk it?
Absolutely. It's the same thing as in basketball when they have in their foul trouble. You don't want to get a chance to get them ejected from the game. It's the same type of thing.
All right. I mean, being aggressive, maybe a little bit overly aggressive.
Yeah.
So
you say good job to the kid, but at the same time, let's cool it off. Why don't you sit on down?
Yeah. And he's glad to. He scored his goal tonight.
He's done more than enough. He's done more than enough.
Yeah, he scored his goal early, giving Wyandotte a 1-0 lead at the time. Going to be a throw-in for Schlagle.
Clock's not going.
Clock's not moving.
Clock's not moving.
We're playing tough defense, Wyandotte. Like I said, they want that shutout. Here comes Schlagle.
Trying to get around the outside. It's just too many men.
Surrounded by 3 with another one in the background waiting to join in if he has to.
Absolutely. It's layers. It's layers of defense. It's hard to peel the onion that way.
It's just been great defense.
Absolutely. And that goes back to the philosophy of that the coach instills, that most importantly, you defend as a team. The scoring opportunities will come, but in the end, you have to do your job behind the ball. And they've done a very, very good job with that.
If this score holds up, it'll be the second shutout for Alejo this week.
That's great.
They had a shutout against they tied with Harmon, but it was a shutout nonetheless, and now he's up 4-0 here. So you see some junior varsity players get into the game.
And as they should. I mean, now's the time to give some of the younger kids some chances. I mean, obviously the score line, there's not as much pressure. Go out there and get some minutes and learn a little bit. You know, it's obvious that there's some underclassmen on Schlagle, so there's a physical matchup. It's a little bit more even than maybe some of the other varsity teams that you might have. So
absolutely.
You know, with the no pressure, you know, it's just now's the time. Now's the time to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, and what do you say in regards to what we were talking about the freshman goalkeeper at Schlagle? You can't beat game experience.
Right. And there's only so many times that you can do that in games like this. And so you take this opportunity, you give the minutes to the younger players. You let the older players rest. They've already put in their shift. You know, they're probably going to play again within the next 3 to 5 days, and they need to have that recuperation time.
And both these teams have tough matchups coming up.
Yeah, they're in the thick of it now, this season. So it seems, although the scoreline might not reflect it at the same time, this has been a very good contested match. Really haven't been a lot of mistakes that Schlagle has made. Wyandotte have made very, very good plays.
Yes, they have.
And so it's hard to reconcile that if you're on the losing end of it. But you know, sometimes it's just a little bit of individual excellence that happens, and it's hard to adjust.
Just under 4 minutes remaining. Wyandotte leading 4-0. Looking for their third victory of the year.
See, look, he's doing what we were talking about. He's dragging it out. Now he picks up the ball. Now he's got 8 seconds, and he takes all the time he can to drain the clock a little bit.
How cool would it be for one of the JV players to score?
You know, that might be a feather in the cap of the Wyandotte player, but I'm sure that would be a little bit of sour grapes for some of the Schlagle players.
Yeah, a couple of JV players. David Aries, he's a freshman, number 7. And then Ike Wilson is a sophomore, number 21. You know, at the Kansas School Foundation for Excellence, we provide scholarships and support to help students succeed. Since 1990, we've empowered students to reach their potential thanks to the generosity of donors like you. Your contributions make a lasting impact. Help us continue to shape bright futures today. So visit kckpsfoundation.org/donate to give. Another excellent program, the Foundation for Excellence. And once again, if you want to visit or you want to donate, just visit the kckfoundation.org/donate to give. Once again, Wyandotte on the attack, cleared out by Schlagle. So Gonzalez unable to control that one.
Quick throw in. Again, they're trying to catch him off guard in some way, or just you know, there's a lull in the mind the last couple of minutes, and that's when you can catch people, you know, drifting a little bit, sleepy.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. Both teams still hustling. Wyandotte still playing hard.
You have to commend Schlagle. They aren't giving up. They're definitely sticking with it, and that's definitely something that's taught by the coach.
You know, there's another event coming up on November 7th. It's called Reasons to Believe, the Reasons to Believe event. And the Kansas Public Schools Foundation for Excellence proudly sponsors the 2024 Reasons to Believe celebration on Thursday, November 7th. This event highlights the achievements of KCK Public School alums, educators, and community advocates who serve as role models for the next generation. The event showcases the power of education and perseverance, inspiring our students to strive for excellence. Scholarships and tickets for the event help support the Foundation's ongoing mission to provide opportunities for all students to thrive academically and beyond. So KCK Public Schools alums, which I'm one of, most of our production crews are KCK alum. So this has been a privilege for us to do this for our school district, try to promote others. There's a shot on goal, and the goalkeeper for Wyandotte able to scoop it up. Alejo.
He's just going to hold off, see, and just tick down the clock as much as he can. Lay it off to the other guy, then he'll take the ball for a little while. Clock's moving. Schlagle's not really pressing for it, so just keep the clock running.
You know, there are a lot of activities still coming up. There's more activities next month. There's a foundation breakfast that they're doing on October 2nd. And, you know, on the 2nd, the KCK Public School Foundation for Excellence will host its annual fall breakfast at KCK Community College Tech Center. This year's theme, Better Every Day in Every Way, highlights the foundation's ongoing commitment to educational excellence. Attendees will hear district updates, enjoy student performances, and learn about the foundation's impactful programs, such as the Interpreting Translating Academy, the Welcome Center, and the McKinney-Vento team, and their efforts to make students and families' lives better every day in every way. This breakfast is more than just a meal. It's a celebration of the progress and promise of our district students.
It's probably going to be one of the last plays of the game, this corner kick. Short corner.
Short corner, shoots it in, looking for it, and not going to be there. So Wyandotte's going to walk away with a 4-0 victory here at F.L.Schlagle Stadium as they will improve to 3-4, and Schlagle will drop to 2-2 and 2. So that's the final score, 4-0. We're going to be right back after this short break. Thank you for watching. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
This is Are You Faster Than a 5th Grader 2024. The top 15 runners from all 28 elementary schools get to race Dr. Stubblefield in a 2-mile run. KCKPS believes that it benefits our students to see district leaders at the ground level, being inspired by them, connecting with them, and making memories together.
It feels good because I won it for the school. It felt like I was like in the real Olympics.
Like they were shouting my name and everything, so I just started running. And I didn't even know I was in first place.
Of the 3 years I've done it, today was the hardest, but I finished, yay. It was a good race, the kids did amazing. This year, this is the class of 2031, which there are our marker for our North Star of 100% of our students graduating with a Diploma Plus. So we're gonna announce a scholarship for the top boy and girl runner, and then we're also gonna take the top 30 to a special breakfast in conjunction with the fire department.
F.L.Schlagle High School as we watch the second goal that was scored by Wyandotte to give them a 2-0 lead as Modesto was able to knock it in. Glory Modesto on a brilliant play, bounced it off the receiver, off the defender, and with the right foot able to find the back corner of the net. So that put Wyandotte up 2-0, and then they were able to go on and add 2 more scores as they went on to win 4-0, improving their record to 3-4-1. Chuck Holmes been here with Sean Hips. We've had a great time.
Absolutely.
We've had a wonderful time. We've had the opportunity to see some good soccer. Both teams played hard early on, and we want you to stay with us because coming up later this week we have more action here on the KCK School Network. So after tonight's game, be sure to join us for more thrilling football action. That'll be on Friday the 27th as Wyandotte will take on Sumner right here at F.L.Schlagle Stadium. But don't miss our next soccer coverage, also here from F.L.Schlagle High School, as Harmon will take on Sumner on Thursday, September 26th. So mark your calendars. Stay tuned to the Kansas City, Kansas Public Schools Sports Network for all the action. So, Sean?
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure, buddy.
Absolutely.
We'll see you Thursday night.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll have more fun on Thursday night. You've been watching soccer here on the Kansas City, Kansas Public School Networks. So for everyone in the truck, I'm Chuck Holmes, Sean Hips. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Wyandotte.